Welcome to Techstination. Joining us are Maria Jung and Patrick Santucci from the communications team at DJI. Thank you for joining us, Maria and Patrick.
Thanks for having us, Fred.
Yes, thanks, Fred.
And this is one of those occasions when we're talking to DJI about something that doesn't fly. Tell us about this new product that you have on the market. It's almost like a new category for you.
Yes, completely. So this is our very first ground-based robot. The RoboMaster S1 was built to help educate all tech lovers of all ages really get their hands-on experience with AI, programming, and just building robots. And yeah, it's really just supposed to be an educational tool for anybody who wants to learn about those categories and, in a fun way.
Well, describe it for us. Give us the description of what this looks like for people who haven't seen the photos or videos yet.
It's a small robot. It's on 4 wheels, has over 30 sensors. It has 31 sensors. When you first purchase the product, it comes in 46 different parts, and users are able to put it together. So you're really getting that full experience building the robot from the ground up. Along with it comes an app, which kind of helps you, lets you know when something's wrong, not built correctly. But basically, the robot comes with a first-person view camera, has a blaster built on top of this chassis, and is omnidirectional, has 4 mecanum wheels, which is really high grade, so it's able to go forward, backwards, sideways. It's very agile. It weighs about 9 pounds, 9 pounds. It's a small little guy that follows you around when you have like the follow feature. And yeah, it's a small little robot.
So does this pair with a phone, or how do you control this?
Yeah, so it comes with an app. It's the RoboMaster app, and you're able to connect it via the Wi-Fi on the robot or a router. We recommend using a router if you're going into battle mode and trying to play with different, like in a multiplayer function, up to 6 players. You're able to control the robot through the app, and there's like an additional controller which you can purchase at a later date, which you're able to hook up to your phone or tablet or an Android device. Any type of phone can be supported, but yeah, you're able to control it through the app.
Tell us about the brains of this thing. You call it the intelligent controller. This is pretty sophisticated stuff that's going into this.
So on top of the robot is actually a high-grade central processing unit. So essentially, you can do all these different tasks, maneuvers. It can receive different commands, and the high-grade central processing unit is robust enough to support all these while operating it. So inside of this S1, you have intelligent features such as follow mode, where essentially you choose a person and it'll follow you. And then there's a degree of advanced programming. It can start out from entry level to get people accustomed to programming, and then it gets more advanced as you move through it. And of course, we have educational tools to help with that. But some of these programs, you can go and you can do something like line follow, where you lay down a course using tape, and essentially the S1 will follow this course. And the goal of that is to really teach kids and people interested in this technology how autonomous driving works in real life. Another one is clapping recognition, where essentially you can program the S1 to do specific maneuvers based off of 1, 2, or 3 claps. So it actually picks up audio signals and then responds accordingly. And then, of course, there's a bunch of additional ones, including vision marker recognition, where essentially it picks up specific symbols that we ship with it, or you can download from the website. For instance, if we're going to jump back to connecting to the router, that's used when you're playing multiplayer mode. And multiplayer mode supports up to 6 players, like Maria was saying. And there's racing mode, and then there's also kind of like a battle mode where you use the blaster, which is an infrared or soft gel bead blaster. Yep, so it supports up to 6 players, so it's super interactive. It's super fun when you have a bunch of them interacting with each other. Or you can use it as a solo product, which involves like a target practice using the infrared beam, or it's a racetrack course for solo mode. So it's pretty advanced. However, there are features which are meant to be easily digested for people that are new to AI, robotics, and engineering.
Well, tell us what people are going to get out of this. Obviously, it's a lot of fun, but if parents are looking at this as possibly having some STEM value, education value for their kids, what age group would you recommend, and what are they going to get out of it?
So we recommend the toy for around 14 years old, 14 years and older, but it's really for anybody that's, like we said before, interested in learning to program, engineer, and learn more about AI. But a huge feature is that, as Pat mentioned, it comes with a lot of educational tools, right? So there's a lab feature in the app where you're able to learn how to use Scratch and Python. Scratch for more beginners, and Python as you're able to, really customize and go in and put in the code that you'd like. But it kind of helps children or anybody who's using this to learn how to program and see the codes, really come to life.
Well, tell us about the reasoning behind DJI's decision to get into this end of things. Obviously, you're very well known. And you've been branching out not beyond drones with cameras, et cetera, and such. But getting into this is really something new.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know if you're familiar with the RoboMaster competition. Have you heard of it before?
I have.
Yeah. So every year, just to give your listeners a little bit of a background, every year in Shenzhen, there around August or late July, there's one huge competition that culminates after a year-long period of getting robots ready, and that's geared towards the universities, right? And it's a very successful, very well-attended event, and super well-known. And we just wanted to bring that same kind of educational value to a younger audience. And this is the RoboMaster competition, and the RoboMaster brand is something that's very dear to the CEO's heart, and he really wants to be able to let kids and people of all ages try their hand at engineering. So that's the reasoning behind the S1.
Tell us about pricing and availability.
Yeah, so right now the RoboMaster S1 is available in the U.S., China, and Japan. In the U.S., it's $499, and you're able to purchase it online and flagship stores. There is an additional package with accessories that will come at a later date, but you'll have to stay tuned for that.
We'll be staying tuned. For more info, we go to DJI.com. Maria Jung and Patrick Santucci, thank you for taking the time with us.
Thanks, Fred.
Now this. Innovation. Hi, I'm Fred Fishkin, and I've been covering consumer technology for a long time, and it takes a lot to impress me. That's why I'm excited to tell you about the latest way to enjoy cooking in the great outdoors for my friend Patrick Sherwin and his great team at GoSun Stove. What if you could harness the sun to cook your meals anywhere you go, day or night? The GoSun Fusion arrives this summer using the company's tried and true reflectors and a solar vacuum tube to get you cooking without the mess of charcoal, heavy propane tanks, or smoke. And with an optional solar panel and battery storage, and the ability to plug in at home or on the road, you really can use the GoSun Fusion to cook anytime and anywhere. Want to learn more? Head to gosun.co and use the code Techstination to save 10%. That's gosun.co.